guys, it's Christy again with another crafty project. This could actually be a like a food display for your table, but I'm going to use it to store like glimmer mists and paint daubers and stuff like that in my craft room. So what I did was I went to the Dollar Tree and I just picked up two 8-inch round cake bands. They were each $1. And I got this like wooden candlestick at Hobby Lobby. It was $2.99, but I used a 40% off coupon. And I have this finial, also $2.99 at Hobby Lobby, used a coupon. I'm going to be gluing it together with this E6000, which is a totally wonderful industrial strength permanent bond glue. At the craft store where I work, this is all we use. I'm going to stack them like this. Hopefully you can see this on the video. That will be just like my centerpiece, so you have something to pick it up from. And then I'm going to spray it all down with this Krylon Fusion hammered finish. It says for plastic right here, but it also says good for wood, metal, ceramic, and more down here. So anyway, I'm going to use this hammered finish Krylon Fusion paint and spray paint everything to give it a really nice look. Begin by taking off all these stickers. Okay. And I'll be right back to show you the next step, okay? So I know that these are 8-inch rounds, so let me take a ruler here. Okay, and I'm going to try to mark, it looks like from the outside edges it's 8.5. So I'm going to just take like a marker, because I'm going to spray paint anyway, so it doesn't matter. And so I'm going to mark at the like 4 1/4 mark right there. And then I'm going to do it again this way. And that will give me a basic idea of where my center is. And then I'm going to go ahead and take this E6000. And open it up. And I'm going to glue the bottom of this wood candle holder into the center of this. This stuff bonds really well, but I want to make sure that I, get a good amount on there. It dries completely clear, so if you need to use it for like glass products, it's also good for that. And I'm just going to try to get it as centered as I possibly can. Okay. And I'm just going to wipe up the extra glue there with my finger and wipe that off with a baby wipe. Alright, so I'm going to carefully try to put a layer of glue around the top of this and try not to get too much so we have a lot of mess here. Okay. And again, I'm just going to try to center that as much as I possibly can. Let me get that out of the way. Stand up here for a second and see if I can. I'm sorry you can't see much right now. My camera is really close. That actually looks pretty good. That looks pretty close to centered. and it feels pretty stable, so okay, good. And now I'm just going to take another little bit of glue, I'll set that aside, and glue this finial to the center. Kind of just, I mean, it's mostly for decorative purposes, but I guess it could also be like for a handle, you know, if you wanted to pick it up or move it around, which you could also pick it up from the bottom, but I don't know, it just gives it a more complete look, I think. So once again, I'm going to stand up here and just try to get that as close to the center as possible. And that looks pretty good. So, okay, I'm going to set this aside and let it dry completely. Okay, I'm back. It has now dried for 48 hours. It was actually done after 24, but it was pouring yesterday, so I wasn't able to take it outside and spray paint it anyway. But this is how it's looking. I know it's really hard to see on camera like this. Just don't really have the space here. But anyway, I'm going to take it outside and give it a good spray paint. And then I'm going to give it a coat of this Rust-Oleum Painter's Touch crystal clear gloss. And just to protect it. It says it seals, protects, and revitalizes for a beautiful, durable finish. So I'm going to take it outside, spray paint it all, and then I'll come back to show you the finished result. Hey guys, I'm back. This is the finished result now. I gave it a couple of light coats with that Krylon paint, and then a coat of the finish, and it turned out really cute. I'm pretty impressed with it. Like I said, it's going to be just used in my closet to organize like my paint daubers and distress stains and things like that. But you know, you could totally use this on your dining room table for like a centerpiece. You could put some fall leaves and some pumpkins down here, or you know, you could use it as a serving tray if you wanted to do that. The only thing is I would recommend that you know, if you're serving food, it'd be better to have like cupcakes in liners or some kind of surface between the painted surface and the food, because the paint is not necessarily food safe. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, there's maybe a few little, looks like I got like a little paint drip right there or something, but you know, like I said, it's going to be in my closet, and I'll be able to cover that up and you'll never even really see it. So anyway, I know it's really hard to see on camera, so I'll take a couple pictures of it and show those at the ends of the video. But anyway, I hope this inspired you guys, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.